Namaskar and Jain. So today we are going to discuss about ZIA, URL filtering and application control. Today we are going to discuss URL filtering and application control. But before I am going to start, a simple thing, you need to know what is URL filtering and what is cloud app control policy. It is basically application control. URL basically is your URL is like this is or GOOGLE.com. This is your URL or this is your URL. Okay, but if I'm talking about app, if I'm just clicking on Gmail or something like that, it is a URL. Or anything that if I'm just going to, if I'm opening YouTube or something like that, it is a Flipkart. If I'm opening in a browser that it has /// then it will be a my URL. If the same thing I'm doing in the application, like in my phone, or I do have download the YouTube application in my computer or something like that, then will be come under your cloud app control policy. Okay, getting my point? Application which is installed on your mobile phone or your system, URL which you are using accessing from your browser. This is the two difference. Now, if I'm just going to talk about the cloud application control, I'll going to come to advanced policy settings later on. But before that, cloud application. In this scenario, Zscaler has segregated so many cloud application in different categories. This is the most important part in Zscaler. You need to know the categories. AI/ML application. If I'm just clicking on it, it will take some time. It's add something. Now, if you want to find a application, see, rule order, admin rank, I do have a 0 admin rank. I have already told you about that. What is admin rank and all. Rule order 1, 2, 3, 4, what you have prepared, it will go to that one. Name, you can put your name as well, no problem. But based on the policy, you have to put a rule name according to the policy, which is preferred for this rule one. Status enable, if it is disabled, that is not going to work. Rule level. Now coming to the criteria part, it is not creta sorry, criteria part. Now all are or it is not and. Getting my point? What is different between and or means you or me or he or she, like that. And means my left hand, my right hand, my little finger, my middle finger, anything. And if I'm putting and, then it must be. If or, then either you or either me, anyone can. That is the situation where and or is working. But here the most of the scenario or. Now if I'm just choosing a, see, Zscaler already segregated or categorize those applications. Like, see, this is all comes under AI/ML application. Now someone is asking, please block Facebook. Do you think Facebook will come? No matching found, because Facebook is not come under AI/ML applications category. So when you need to allow or block any application, first you need to know which category it is belongs from. If I'm just coming on AI/ML application, then like ChatGPT, ChatGPT, the most common. See, I think ChatGPT, AI ChatGPT chatbot is there. Okay, like that. Grok, GR, like I just did not know this. Grok, something like that. There are so many AI/ML application over there. So if you need to allow or block, you can check and click on it. It will take. Now application risk level, user, the same thing. who will be the user. If it is any, all, if you can select any user, or you can select group, say this is or this is not, and this user, this group, anything, this, you can say use department if it is any department. Location base, if you have location based policy, which location, see I have created Kolkata and all. Location, group, time, analysis, device, this is a normal use cases. Now come to little bit, now allow. If it is allowed, then it will allow the application. Caution, it will give you the caution page that like, please don't use this one until you can need it or something like that. If you put a caution page, it will give you the caution. Block, if you just go do, it will directly block. Isolate, this will need a license. See, if you require, you need, organization need a license. If you do have the license, then only you can isolate that one contain. Now bandwidth, you can put like, if you just, I'm just using an example of you AIML. So if that is the case, here most of the cases bandwidth limit is not required, most of the cases. Now what is this one, cascade URL filtering? If you read this one, if you wants to enforce a URL filtering policy on a transition, even after it is explicitly allowed by the cloud application control, however URL filtering is policy does not apply the transition blocked by the URL filtering. Means if you allow something, okay, policy transition, even allowing the URL cloud application, means if you are allowing Facebook application in this, however URL filtering policy does not apply, transition blocked by the, okay, then URL filtering facebook.com is blocked. So this is the scenario, means if same application and URL category blocked. So if you just enable this one, say, then it will overlook the VS one. Getting my cascading URL filtering means URL filtering को ये bypass कर जाएगा. So this is the scenario. So I have created save error duplicate field. Okay, now let me check. Might be I'm not putting all this correct information. That's user agent any. Okay, done. Department cloud application, let me check, use any, save, it is going to save. So what you have to do, you have to go and active those changes. Getting my point? Now if someone is asking you block YouTube, then what you have to do, you have to check YouTube is your streaming media. Sales marketing, social networking is not, streaming media is your YouTube. I'll give you an example. Now you have to go find YOUT, YouTube. Okay, same thing. Now someone is asking Facebook, WhatsApp. See, now you just check Facebook, WhatsApp. I think you will get what, WHA. Um, uh, 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 then I think it is not come under WhatsApp, is come under which you have to check. No, I don't think WhatsApp is come under. Oh, social networking. Social networking might be, it will come under social networking, but I'm not sure. No. WeChat. We No, WeChat is not. WeChat is not coming under social networking. Then what I have to social networking, webmail, sales marketing, IT service, healthcare, human resources, healthcare. If you can go and check which is for the healthcare, same thing. Now this is the situation. How you can just identify those? Okay, there's an option caution. Okay, let me. So this is the option. See AIML. Now if you just create anything, it will come under that healthcare. This is the same. Housing, instant mess. Oh, this will be your instant messaging. Okay, might be instant messaging. Let me check instant messaging. Instant messaging. Hmm. Hmm. Might be here you can find WhatsApp and WeChat. WeChat, WhatsApp, web. Okay, so this is the scenario. If you want to block WhatsApp with, then you have to create a policy and a block any, then save. I'm just give you an example. Now, advanced URL settings. See, there is some options you need to enable a specify. See, if you enable, this is a global policy. It is not for the small single one. Okay. Now, unified communication service. Now, if you need a Zoom enable in your environment, then what you have to do? There's some prerequisite, so you have to just do this one. So then you have to just save this one. Okay, this will help you to enable Zoom, or if you need like any other WebEx, Go metering. This is for that you can directly enable and save. What happened? Okay, let it be. This is the save option you can see. Okay, if you block. Now coming to the URL filtering policy. So one most important thing in URL filtering policy you need to know, that is, if you want to create a URL filtering policy, you are unable to create with a single URL. There is no option that you can add only google.com, only flipkart.com, facebook.com, icici bank.com, or whatever it is. You cannot. So what you have to do, the most important part, you have to create a category. I have already told you Zscaler. If you need anything, allow or block, first what you have to do, need to create a category. See, you need to create a category. Now, before you create any URL filtering policy, what you have to do? You have to go and create a URL category where administrator URL category. Okay. Now, there is already a predefined categories. You cannot able to see what it is in, say, you are able to see what in this category. I don't know why this kind of scenario over there. But if you want to do anything, add. And one more thing need to know, I think you can create 56 URL categories, something like that, manually, user defined, correct? How? Simple options, custom URL category. There is option that .google.com, add. You have to put a name like search engine, search engine, add. Okay, if you have so many, you can just type, you can select add item, or if you just go and click in outside of this box, it will automatically add over here. A category receive custom keywords. So if you just want to save, until unless you create a URL category, you cannot create a URL category policy. Now if I'm just go and create, rest everything will be the remaining the same. Add admin rank, all you have to put a name, everything will be source IP if you need source IP or group, include exclude, source current include exclude same, URL category. Now I am just SEAR, search engine user defined. See, this is user defined. I just click OK. List everything is, see here you can see, or user, this user or this department, and okay, say location, and either group either location, you can put both or there will be no issue. Then everything, this is where you can see and or I have just few minutes back I have told you what is and what is and. Now see caution. Now here you can redirect someone to a direct page, means I'll just give you example. Now if I'm just wants to use chat GPT, correct? If your organization does not allow chat GPT, then what you have to do, you can ask them, if you just go and access chat GPT, and if your organization have your internal AI chat bot or something like that, or purchase something, then here you can put the URL link, or you can put a description, excuse me. Then if I am just going to open a chat GPT in my, then I can see what page where the URL link is there. If I'm just clicking that one, then automatically I can open that one. That is your caution. The same thing, block is there, bandwidth control. Okay, same thing, nothing much. If you just block, then it will block. Also allow override, means enable specify user or group access this block site, also contain that means if this is block for someone, if wants to allow override, this is same thing like as a firewall policy, like override policy. What you have to do, you have to put a user and group, means the entire company does not have to access URL filtering like YouTube or ChatGPT, or but a specified user I'm just giving to access, like XYZ or 5 or 10 member who have this group member, they can access. So this is how you can just create a group for the exceptional users who have those access, but your entire company doesn't have those. So same thing, you have to just allow, rest everything will be remaining the same. You have to fill those. If you not, then also there will be no issue. Okay, save. Now if you do something wrong, okay, include exclude. Now source, if you just include, means these countries will be allowed, if you exclude, means this country not. It's a simple thing, nothing need to be worried. This is the scenario, and you have to activate those changes. This how URL filtering application control you have to configure, but in based on your scenario, from where you have to need to know you are using URL filtering or you are using application control. Okay, so next I am going to file type control, then SSL, then one by one I'll just go of creating all those one. Okay, thank you so much for listening me. Jai Hind.